The topic of Week 5 is tapping into the funds of knowledge. The guiding question for this week is, how can teachers engage families in order to help students and themselves access and deepen what students know about the topics of instruction? Have you ever heard a teacher say, "My immigrant kids don't have any experience, they don't know anything"? Or, "Those immigrant or non-English speaking parents can't help their kids, they don't know enough"? That perspective may not be so common now as 20 years ago, but it still exists. The fact is that monolingual speakers of English in the United States, teachers included, often assume, even if unconsciously, that people who don't speak English and or have not experienced school do not have knowledge relevant to schooling. The same thing often happens with kids and parents from low-income households. Even caring teachers who really want to support their immigrant and bilingual students often overlook that immigrant families have lives full of experience that have allowed them to survive and even thrive, as well as knowledge to contribute. Funds of knowledge is a concept developed by Louise Moll and colleagues in 1992 to counter deficit perspectives. Working with teachers of immigrant and bilingual children in Arizona, Moll and his colleagues set out to help teachers uncover the knowledge and experience in the families and homes of their students. Funds of knowledge do not refer to the academic background knowledge that the child has acquired at school. Funds of knowledge can be academic background knowledge of parents schooled outside the U.S. Often funds of knowledge are knowledge, skills, or dispositions learned through apprenticeship from elders and mentors. They are often associated with adult work in the home and on the job. Funds of knowledge looks like things adults do every day, at home and at work. Things like gardening, which involves knowledge of climate and spatial relations, as well as horticulture. Things like growing, shopping, preparing, and cooking food, which happen in almost every household, reflect home cultures in their many variations. The everyday knowledge and skills of planting, growing, and harvesting fruits and vegetables, or raising farm animals link to academic concepts about botany, animal life, and geometry. Shopping involves mathematics, as does baking. Good cooks, for example, are actually doing chemistry, as well as everyday knowledge of thermodynamics. Funds of knowledge are found not only in home life, but in work. The list of funds of knowledge on these 3 slides is from the article in which the idea was first proposed. Included here are the funds of knowledge from agricultural and material and scientific knowledge. Here are more funds of knowledge examples from mining, repair, and the food industry. The many kinds of funds of knowledge listed are organized and categorized as academic knowledge tends to be, by subject or discipline area. Home and community funds of knowledge are not often thought of academically. Funds of knowledge include negotiating a bus or light rail system. They are not just academic things or career things, but also hobbies and living in their current environment. The original list of funds of knowledge has been expanded over the years to include not only home-related tasks and work life, but also pastimes, hobbies, sports, and cultural forms of representation and social interaction. Many households participate in traditional art forms and music, for example. As you read further about the different funds of knowledge in students' homes and communities, you will also read about how teachers learn about these resources. These include home and community visits, assignments that ask about skills and knowledge in the home, parent and family socials with food and siblings welcome, ongoing contact and good communication with families, even when languages are not shared. Parents often respond very positively to potlucks, for example. These efforts are worth it because using students' funds of knowledge makes learning academic concepts and language much more meaningful for students and often for their teachers.